Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. This video is about the fuel shortage. I'll probably be making more of these. It's a very relevant situation developing, particularly here in the southeastern United States. I just saw a media report that the Hernando de Soto Bridge has been closed down over the Mississippi River. And that's a very major development because right now they're sending out trucks to other pipelines to get gasoline and bring it up to other gas stations here. And I don't know what their routes are or what pipelines they're getting it from, but that's a very major hub. They closed this bridge over cracks, supposedly. You know, coincidentally, they found a crack on the bridge right now when transportation is so crucial. So it's unknown how that will impact the effort to bring fuel into the areas that are impacted by the pipeline supposed cyber attack. So it seems like we have a lot of factors at play, and this is a quickly evolving situation. It's day by day, hour by hour. It's changing rapidly. I've seen it here in my small town here in Middle Tennessee. I just saw the first gas station put up a sign that they have nothing left but premium. So a lot of folks are out there warning people not to panic buy gas. I would say go ahead and, if you can get gas, buy gas. Your duty is to yourself and your family first. And it seems those of us who see patterns in things have seen this coming for a long time. We know that our leaders are pretty closely following United Nations directives such as Agenda 21 2030, and part of what those things state is that they do not want us driving or transporting ourselves independently of the system, and they don't want us living out in rural areas, and so of course they need to cut off fuel. So this is likely just the first of many fuel shortages that we will see under many different guises and excuses. So it seems like they've manufactured a perfect storm here, so it's not really relevant whether or not people are panic buying, because the fuel is not going to be available and people are going to panic buy and there will be shortages. So you might as well just think of your family and prepare your situation as best you can. So I would start storing safely, of course. There's plenty of resources online where you can Google how, or search on DuckDuckGo how to safely store things. These metal barrels actually work pretty well. These plastic ones do not. If you're using plastic, you want to make sure it is a container that is made for that. You want to get ethanol free if you can get it. That will store better. Although I'm storing some some that does have ethanol in it because I'm not storing it for long. I'm just going to use it over the next couple of weeks and I think it'll be fine. And you can add fuel stabilizers to get a lot more life out of it. So fuel stabilizers would also be a good thing to probably stock up on in a reasonable amount. There's no reason to hoard that, of course, because that can negatively affect other people and you may not need that much really compared to how much you're able to actually store. But if you can find any metal barrels like this at your dump or online on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace, they're very valuable for storing fuel and other things. They're just great to have around. I also store my feed preps in them as well because it's watertight. So I'll continue to monitor this situation as best I can. I'm trying to get a lot of reports on the ground. I'm trying to talk to a lot of owners and managers and really get the inside scoop on what is going on. Like I mentioned in the video last night, I was told by a Love's manager that they have been told by corporate that they will soon experience disruptions. So it's not just panic buying. That's a myth. This is a real shortage. Of course, we don't know what the actual cause is, but the official narrative is that there was a giant cyber attack from Russia, which it seems odd because that's a crippling attack on our nation if that's true. So why are we not at war? Our government has a monopoly on violence, so that means that any violence that occurs within the U.S., especially a major attack on our security, it's either sanctioned violence or it's an act of war. So if we're not going to war, then that means that that's just a false flag and that Russia did not do that, that's all just a lie. And of course, we receive lies every day from our government and from our media, so I'm not ruling it out, but I certainly don't trust their narrative at all, particularly because we've all been expecting these fuel shortages to hit for a long time. I thought they would have already happened by now. So everybody, I hope you're able to store as much fuel as you're able to find, and maybe look at alternative means. You know, how else can you get to work? How else can you get goods? Of course, self-sufficiency is the answer to everything. If you can grow your own food, if you can manufacture what you need and get your own fuel and energy, then you don't need to be driving anywhere. If your income is self-sufficient, then you don't need to be driving anywhere. So keep building self-sufficiency. This is a good wake-up call for all of us. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.